What's up, gang? How everybody doing? I hope everybody doing good, cause I am. Trade Gang Live and back direct. You know what I'm talking about? Before I get started, I just want to say shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat with their notification game strong. You did and stand up to date, right? All right. Shout out to the whole J4K squad. They got their heart in the right place and want to seek justice for Kenneka Jenkins. Now, check this out, gang. I had a whole lot of stuff that I was making a video. And I was trying to make a documentary. You know what I'm talking about? I was trying to like put a lot of things together, and which I did, and it was pretty good. But guess what happened, y'all? Half of the video gone. I said, what the hell? What happened? You know what I'm saying? I supposed to have like a 2 hour documentary right here. I supposed to have the video supposed to be 2 hours long, and all I was just gonna do was just narrate the video. You know what I'm talking about? But I've been having so many problems with the services, right? Cause y'all know I try to watch MTV documentary about Kenneka. You know they blocked me. I can't even pull up the video. And I'm like, damn, how they do that? But I got another video that I worked on. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. It's almost like 35 minutes long. But it's a powerhouse, Jack. Cause check this out. Everything that we went over, gang, is true. Keep this in mind. On the footage. This how we gonna look at it. On the footage. On every footage that you see on the screen, do not go with that timeline at the top. Go with the one that's in the left corner. We going along with the timeline that's an hour off. So when you see Kenneka getting off on the elevator, we know there's 2 something, not 3. When we see her in the going walking towards the freezer, it's not 3 something. We going with 2 something, right? When we see Bree Bree come, look, check this out, y'all. When we see Bree Bree leave, the footage gonna say 226, but we know it's 126. Could keep this in mind. 226 wouldn't be 226 because she left. Bree Bree left. The party started around 2 something. Bree Bree was already gone, right? In there 2 something. So now we know she walked out that hole at 1, right? Okay, cause keep this in mind, right? Cause I got all the paperwork. I got the paperwork lined up with the lives. It's a lot of things y'all should have memorized. You know what I'm talking about? Cause the video that I had put together that missing all the footage, right? I had put everything together. You know what I'm talking about? And I was like, man, look, I don't work. Don't y'all know it took me like a month to do this? You know what I'm talking about? I had to stop. You know what I'm saying? Check some things out, take some out, put some more stuff in, you know what I'm saying? Rearrange the time, you know what I'm saying? Because I want the story, you know what I'm saying, to be the truth and nothing but the truth. You see what I'm talking about? Hi, y'all. Hold on, gang. Let's see how many people up in this job. All right, we got 100. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What don't like looking like? You know what I'm talking about? Dog, we got to go through this. It's 120 people that hit, you know what I'm saying? Out of 120, you got 60 people that dedicated. Come on, man. We ain't finna go nowhere with that. Not today, goddamn. It's a new approach to this Kenneka Jenkins case. See what I'm talking about? Yeah, we got a minute. We got a minute because I ain't in a rush to show this shit, really. You know what I'm talking about? Because goddamn it, I started the goddamn it shit with like shit redo the whole goddamn thing again. You know what I'm saying? It gonna take a while, but shit, I do that. You know what I'm saying? Because they really need to be put together. You see what I'm saying? But look, check this out, right? You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. All right, that's more better, gang. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes I think I'd be like, I want to know, do I got more ops than J for K in here or what? But all right, now look about the whole party. We know there wasn't no Irene birthday party. You could say it's an Irene birthday party, but I ain't. I know it's a back door. And it wasn't no party at all. So I'm finna stop calling it a party and calling it for what it is, a setup. They went to the back door. You see what I'm talking about? All right. We know Irene is with security. Keep this in mind. This is why security kept coming up to the room, because them Irene co-workers. So somebody on the security, you know what I'm talking about, holler at Irene about Kenneka, right? The security hollered at Irene about the Kenneka, but the gang in the vein. You see what I'm talking about? They was down with it, but the gang in the vein, right? Y'all already know about Little Meek, his family relations, and who was all there at the Crown Plaza. Like Bree Bree and Rico, they family relations, right? And goddamn it, Shamaya and Little Meek. We already know these folks is family, right? They all family members. T.Y. Rowland was there with his sister, and some more there with his family members, like Eugenia Walker. I don't know if Eugenia Walker some kin to him, but I know, you know what I'm saying, Tanasia and T.Y. other family was there, you know what I'm talking about? So now look, Andrew Holmes. Keep this in mind. Guess what? Guess what I came up with, gang? I honestly believe that Kenneka was in the lobby round two some. I believe Kenneka was in the lobby round two some. And I can slick prove it. And I can slick prove this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Cause the way I put this little video together, you know what I'm talking about? The way I put this video together, oh, it's a good video. So you might want to roll up and choke, you know what I'm talking about, and do what you gotta do and get you a buzz and you know what I'm talking about, and have your thinking caps on, right? But we need to go over the evidence, cause y'all know it's gonna be a lot of people acting slow. You know what I'm talking about? Ain't listening, but got a lot of questions. No listening, but got a lot of questions about this shit, right? But man, look, I had to work hard to put this little piece together, y'all. Cause this what my heart is about. When I make these videos, I'm not just making videos just to be making these joints. You know what I'm talking about? I'm really making these videos so everybody can see the bigger picture. You know what I'm talking about? Everything on black and white, everything is on piece of paper, everything is on footage. You got everything that you need on this channel to you know what I'm talking about. Do what you gotta do. Shit, cause man, I ain't lying, man. I told y'all shit, my left ass cheek, I done heavily damaged that motherfucker sitting on that joint all day at the computer screen. That left ass cheek done inflated. You know what I'm talking about? But cause it's a lot of things that matter of fact, I tell you what, gang, hold on, y'all. Let me go to this. Right? Hold on, gang. Hold on, y'all. Let me pull that up. Where I was at? Hold on, I got to pull it up right quick, gang. Hold on, y'all. I got to find it first. Matter of fact, let me go to my history right quick, because I just watched the motherfucker. All right. All right, gang. I'm back. I'm back. All right, y'all. I'm back.
Target.
Man, why is this shit doing this? Damn, I don't think I want to play this motherfucker. This motherfucker got so many. All right, y'all. This straight drop video. Look, this straight drop video, I just want to point some things out to y'all before I get started with my presentation. Now, look, we already know why straight drop went to download all the footage. You know what I'm talking about? We already know that he owned the footage, right? And we already know that he got security background too. He was already exposed in the beginning of it, but he talked his way out of the exposure and got everybody off track, right? All right. Even Miss Teresa know, look, even Miss Teresa know that he was at that Crown Plaza. So I don't know what he be talking about. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know you was there. I ain't slow. I know what's going on. Now check this out, right? Y'all see these people heading towards the garage, right? It's something going on in the garage. Cause something happened in the garage. Now look, Straight Drop done had somebody to go up there. See, this the garage, right? So once you look at the whole layout, right? You can actually drive through there from the parking lot. Do you see that? You can actually, there go, look, there go the trash dock. The trash can. And this where, y'all remember when Irene would keep saying park in the parking lot, park in the parking lot? She would tell Mariah and them to park at the parking garage. Talking about it's going to be a parking lot, right? That means park in the parking garage. So, boom, right? We right behind Crown Plaza, right? Boom. Now look, this is a trash compactor, right? So you got two trash cans. So what was the police at? Was he was right here Or was he was right there? And keep this in mind when the walkie-talkie said, stage by the back dock, stage by the back dock, right? Remember what Kilo Brown said? Oh, she finna really, you know what I'm saying, put everybody on blast. Everybody on blast, Jack. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what's going on. I can read the chat. So look. So look, that's a whole trash compactor. I know how that works, right? So boom. Then you got a bin right here, right? By the trash compactor. And y'all know that black shit that was on her clothes? You got an oil suspensory right here where you get rid of all the oil, right? Your cooking grease and all of this. So it explains some of that black shit that was on her jeans. Cause that's why, cause look, if you work in the kitchen, you know where that black stuff could come from. You see what I'm talking about? If you a cook or if you work at a restaurant and anything that's dealing with cooked food, you know where that black shit be coming from. So look, check this out, right? So you ain't got no choice but to believe that it had to be a struggle at the back dock. Or why would they even say stage back here? And remember, I got pictures of the canine dog standing next to this goddamn it grease dispenser. Then I show it to you. Even look, I showed y'all when I said, wait a minute, we even heard the canine on the scene with the dog barking with the walkie-talkie, right? Okay. So boom, this would be the back dock where you can go in it, which is this would be an employee entrance. Where the cars parked at, you can where is it? This wall can open up. But let me get out of that right quick. Y'all see that door right there? If I walk through that door, guess where I'ma be at? In the Southwest Meeting Hall. I could just walk through that door, keep all the way down the hall till I reach the front desk. No turns, no nothing. Right? That's why when the police brought Miss Teresa, they was like, look, we gonna come this way. But we just gonna make that right in the kitchen. Like how y'all see when you come in, make that right, right? Then when you pass the pot sink, boom, you right here. So so straight drive went to the full length. I was getting the impression that they was trying to air out Crown Plaza, right? They really were trying to snitch on Crown Plaza, but it ain't too much snitching they can do when they involved with it. But to keep this in mind, they know who will be facing the murder charges, right? Cause that's the biggest thing of the murder charges. Now you got a camera right here, which is they ain't go show, cause this would have kept the eye on Kenneka car. This would have kept the eye if it was a fight breakout. You see what I'm talking about? It would give us some kind of visual what the fuck was going on right here by this goddamn compactor. Cause somebody would hit me over like, Trey Gang, I'm trying to tell you T.Y. Rowland was standing at that back dock smoking cigarettes. So I like, okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind. Cause he been back there, you know what I'm talking about? So boom. Cause keep this in mind, we don't know if If Rosemont was smart, they would have came from this side instead of pulling in the hotel. Cause they could come in on the opposite side of this goddamn car garage. You know what I'm talking about? It could be parked right up in this area, right off the goddamn camera. And keep this in mind, they keep squad cars parked by the Caddyshack. For whatever strange reason, I don't know. But Rosemont be having a police car parked outside Bill Mary Caddyshack. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Check this out, gang. Right? It ain't no telling what was going on. All right. Bye, y'all. Now look, I'm finna play this video, gang. I'm finna play this video. And all I did was just match the reports with the footage and a whole lot of other gang shit going on. You know what I'm talking about? If you like the video, thumb the video up and put it in the algorithm. You know what I'm talking about? This shit take time. You know what I'm talking about? Especially, and I had a whole lot video that deleted. Man, I had a 2-hour goddamn documentary. Now that motherfucker almost an hour. So shit, I'ma need those likes, goddammit. All right. Hold on, gang. Hold on.
Also breaking tonight, hours of new video are released revealing more about a woman found dead in a hotel freezer. CBS 2's Audrina Bigas joins us now. So you poured through this video. What is it showing us?
36 hours of video, and this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory.
Dead in a hotel freezer. Also breaking tonight, hours of new video are released revealing more about a woman found dead in a hotel freezer. CBS 2's Audrina Bigas joins us now. So you poured through this video. What is it showing us?
36 hours of video, and this was just released to us a few hours ago. This video shows Kenneka Jenkins walking into the kitchen, but we never see her entering the freezer. And tonight, that is why her family is not satisfied with the theory that she walked into the freezer on her own.
19-year-old Kenneka Jenkins was found dead inside a latched freezer of the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, Illinois, after attending a party there on September 8, 2017. The medical examiner's report found Jenkins' death to be accidental. Alcohol and topiramate found in her system were thought to have hastened the effects of hypothermia sustained by Jenkins remaining inside the freezer. While the Rosemont Police Department did not suspect foul play, they stated that their investigation was incomplete. Jenkins' family and friends criticized the initial police response, and a lawsuit was subsequently filed against the hotel and others. Kenneka Jenkins was with friends at a party that took place in room 926 of the Crowne Plaza Chicago O'Hare Hotel in Rosemont, a suburb of Chicago. 2. The party started at 11:30 p.m. on Friday, September 8, 2017. An acquaintance who arrived at the party noticed that Jenkins appeared to be swaying back and forth as she embraced him in a hug. Several witnesses reported seeing her drink cognac, but did not see her partake of any marijuana or other drugs. Another witness reported that Jenkins wasn't acting like her usual self, noting that she would dance a little, but later appeared to be sad and went to go sit down. 2. She was briefly seen with others walking through one of the halls in the hotel. 3. Camera footage later surfaced of Jenkins staggering near the front desk at 3:20 a.m. 4. About 1 hour later, Jenkins' friends contacted her mother, Teresa Martin, who arrived at the hotel around 5:30 a.m. to assist in the search. She proceeded to knock on many guests' doors from the top floor to the bottom, until a hotel employee called 911 to complain. 5. Hotel management stated that they could not provide access to video footage from the night before until someone reported Jenkins missing to the police, who officially reported her missing to hotel management at 1:15 p.m. Saturday. Family members later characterized the initial police response as lacking in urgency. 2. A first check of camera footage that focused on entrances and exits turned up nothing, but at 10 p.m., police spotted footage of Jenkins stumbling through the hotel. Her whereabouts remained unknown until she was found in the hotel's freezer and pronounced dead at 12:48 a.m. Sunday. 6. She was found lying face down on her side, with one shoe off. There was no sign of trauma other than a small cut on her foot. 2. The temperature inside the freezer was found to be 34 degrees Fahrenheit 1 degree Celsius approximately 2 hours after the doors had been left open. The freezer was on and working and described as a walk-in freezer within a walk-in cooler. 2. And was part of an unused kitchen. 8. Lights were apparently turned off in both chambers when she entered them. Questions remained as to why the freezer was turned on, although it was reportedly being leased out to a restaurant using space in the hotel. 2. Motion-detecting security cameras showed Jenkins staggering, apparently intoxicated, through the hotel's hallways, eventually arriving at the kitchen, where she rounded a corner towards the freezer. The freezer door itself was out of the camera's sight. 9. On October 6, 2017, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office ruled Jenkins' death an accident. 10. The autopsy report found no illegal drugs in Jenkins' system, but her blood alcohol level was found to be 0.112. 2. Traces of topiramate, a drug used to treat epilepsy and migraine headaches, were found in her system, although she was never prescribed this medication. Topiramate taken together with alcohol can enhance the effects of both, and hasten the onset of hypothermia, the presence of which was confirmed by lesions found in Jenkins' stomach. Brain swelling was also observed, but this condition was not associated with the cause of death. The Rosemont Police Department issued a statement the same day, saying that while no foul play was suspected, their investigation had not yet been completed. 10. Jenkins' friends' stories remained inconsistent as to exactly what had happened after the party. After she went missing, one friend texted another about how Jenkins was drunk and missing. The reply came back, "Fine Kenneka, and I can't believe y'all, sick, lost her." 2. They told Martin that Jenkins had gone downstairs with some people, but they left her alone to go and retrieve a cell phone from one of the hotel rooms. In 2018, the family's attorney, Jeffrey Feger, filed a $50 million lawsuit against the hotel and others. He displayed photos of a freezer door, showing that it had a lock button from the outside, and suggested someone may have inadvertently locked the freezer door. This was contradicted by the security camera, which recorded no other footage since August 30th, nor any after Jenkins' footage. 2. The photo seemed not to be of the actual freezer door, which latched shut but apparently had no lock. A white circular handle on the inside, which would have enabled a person to exit on their own, appeared to be in good working order. The attorney asserted that the hotel had the means to lock off the kitchen area, as it had a pair of plywood doors with a padlock. 9.
We all know it's 12 something, right? It's 12:13. 12:13. Now look at how close Kenneka is with Shemaya, right? But watch how the other camera gonna show different. Y'all see how far back Kenneka is now? Look how far back she all the way back. All right. We know what side the road said at 1:30. Cause if she came in at 1 something, it still is set up. Cause 15 minutes later, this going on. This was before Kenneka arrived. We already know she went live before Kenneka got there. You see how her hair is intact? And she got on lip gloss. She got on lip gloss. So she in the room with her folks. Damn, gang, it look like they were trying to do it again, ain't it? It's like they were trying to knock me off, ain't it? Woo! Boy, these goddamn internet signals be getting on my nerves. So look, good time to pause it so I can break this down. Now we already know what time Irene got there. Keep in mind, all the footage gonna be an hour off. All the footage gonna be an hour off. So that means Irene was up there going live in the room like her party boring and she waiting on people. But the whole time is to get Kenneka there, cause it ain't no party. It's a back door. Everybody coming to this back door for this particular reason. You know what I'm talking about? And watch how the timeline finna match up with the paper report. Cause this finna blow y'all mind, cause I'm glad that I put it the way that I put it. Cause you can't do nothing but read it for yourself. So look, boom. When Kenneka got there, right? She knew when Kenneka got there, that's when everything went left in the lobby. And that's why Kenneka disappeared on that lobby footage.
You funny as fuck, Ruby. It's bad. Let me see. Slow your roll, shorty. Keep my head, huh? This slow fucking. Let me see. She played fucking
Let me see. Ross, let me see. Same fuck on me working early. Don't want to see the phone. Crazy.
man, the phones ain't working. This weak ass connection. Shut up, you steady talking again. You want to get into it? Yeah.
I ain't trying to get into it. You go back. Y'all blowing me back and forth like some bullets.
That's Shemaya. Man, my shit turning red. You know I'm on this act like. No, we don't.
Yo.
Hi, that's nice. So it's not nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's big, ain't it?
Now we already know what's going on.
Yeah.
With you?
Mm-hmm. Wait, I just got through this.
No, tough shit all night.
You want to get to it?
All that shit.
Now look, that's when Bree leaves. They just proved that the time is off for hour, right? They
Hello?
just showed you proof.
Parking inside. It's the parking lot. It's a parking lot.
My folks can use them tickets a lot of times too, so you can go in.
Park at the parking lot.
If somebody else parking here, y'all just gotta let them use y'all shit.
You look pretty. Happy birthday. Thank you. That is hi, my kid.
Y'all leaving out watching.
I told ya. What you saying over there, Slick? What you say? What you say, Gail Smart?
I really get the weed, bro.
Damn, I just got the weed.
But you just passed and they just passed it back.
Let me see who you talking to. It don't matter. Nah, I'm putting my face on it. Did you put any enforce in it? 1.5. It's y'all a weak ass connection.
We
Hello?
already know Irene got caught on the phone.
926. 26.
Guess who she telling to come to the room and park in the parking lot, right? We should know this part. Mariah is on
What
the
y'all
way.
gonna do? What the fuck? Anisha ain't hitting. You got some money for me? Check it out. Yeah.
I am enjoying my
I'm telling you. What's up? You riding with me or what? You tripping? Check it out.
I told him check it out. I'm really feeling for that bitch. Check it out. Bitch tomorrow. Hello.
Check it out. Got my shit was talking, I ain't got a word for no.
I'm like, check it out, my doors creepy up, my door 48, check it out, you know it's creepy up, and this BB calls on 8, you know it's creepy up. Where's smoke, check it out, check it in, check it out, check it in, where's card, check it in, baby, baby, say it once,
Another doctor get a script that I'm checking out. You got the money, check it out. I'm asking all I had to bring the medicine out.
yeah.
I'm told her, bitch, check it out. She wanna check me out. I'm gonna see it for a day, bitch, check it out. Late, bitch, I'm already checking out. Girls, tell me they like, check it out. Like my shit we talking, that ain't how to work it out. With the doctor for a check up, and I'm checking out. Why you steady looking at me, bitch, check it out. She step up at the bar.
Check it out.
Checking in, checking out. I'm checking my car for buzz, checking my car for dubs. I'm checking my car for change, just to get to the club. For them to the spot out, we gon' come through line up. Check them in the torch, I
My better be right when I count it off. We'll see what the look I see. Count it off. These ain't no time for
green for long, get some more children, no need to see the compound. I'm trying for cowards, for bullets, the shooters, the now. I'm taking off on they calling they bullet with now. Smoking no dope, I'm calling up, be smoking that loud. I come through.
Now check this out. If y'all read their security, watch this. I asked if he had received a noise complaint between the hours of 2 to 2:30. He said he received a noise complaint from the front desk and he went to the room alone. And that was at 2. Guess what time it was, y'all? At 12. At 12. Same story, but the time go back to 12. Now listen to the statements. This the police statements. All right. This the police statements, right? What they took. They threw the time off. The narrative the same, but the time is just off. I asked, when you received the noise complaint, he stated between the hours of 2 to 2:30. Meaning that's 12 to 12:30. Right? He received a noise complaint, called VO radio from the front desk. I asked him, anyone with him? He stated that he was responsible to he responded to the room alone. He continued when he exited the elevators. There were 2 black male subjects in their early mid-20s. Remember, he said 2. The police want you to know about 2. In their mid-20s on their cell phone. He told them that the front desk received a complaint about they were being too loud. One of those men stated that he was responsible for the room, meaning there was killer. With another dude, all right, he received one of the men text someone in the room to open the door, and when they opened the door, room 926, a black female subject wearing big glasses opened the door. All right. Now look, this why Fresh K reached out to me because of the timeline. Now watch what he told me in my letter. I don't know where to. He said round about 12 something, so I proceeded to go. He said round about 12 something. They go back to 12 to 12:30, right? 12 to 12:30. That explained TY Live video when we found out the truth that it was actually at 12 something and not at 2 something like Irene tried to make it be like. So look, he said around 12 something, his cameras on every floor, but they were later turned off on the 9th, 11th, and the 6th floor and the lower level. And I'm going to explain that later. I stepped off the elevator and I saw 3 guys, 2 with black hoodies and 1 with red hoodie, standing outside the room smoking weed and drinking alcohol. I told them I have a noise complaint from the room. I assured damn, I cropped it out too bad. I asked if they didn't mind going back inside the room because the hotel policy said you can't be loitering in the hallway and the marijuana smoke bothering again. So boom. This right here just confirmed when TY went live. This just confirmed, you know what I'm saying, a whole lot of shit, right? So look. Then we're gonna watch the footage. Cause we know the time gonna be off an hour. When you watch the footage, think about the timeline and think about Trey Gang narrative.
Yeah,
You ain't never seen a white folk. Nigga, this a one on y'all finna get put out. Y'all finna get put out. Y'all get put out to the game. What's up, love? Yeah. Look at my gun or something. What's up,
Don't be so loud.
yeah, it's too late for that.
Now check this out. Irene, watch this. No, peep the game. Somebody hit up Irene and told them they was on their way up there. Right? So look, Irene told TY what was going on, right? Cause keep this in mind, I'm gonna show y'all how they communicate. The TY said they finna get put out. Keep this in mind, the manager ain't up there yet, security ain't up there yet, so they wouldn't know if somebody on the way. But right at perfect time, he saying, yeah, they about to get put out. Yeah, they about to get put out. And you see Irene went over there to the door. That's the reason why TY didn't film that part, because Irene finna go talk to her co-workers, her boss. And you can't put that on live. See what I'm talking about? These is facts, Jack. That's why he set the phone down. Think about it. If you don't believe that, come with a better answer and tell me why he dropped that phone and then film it and then knew they was on their way. And check this out. That's how they knew who the manager was. That ain't the manager. Oh, yeah, that is the manager. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, like that's him type shit, right? Okie dokie. All right, so this would be at 12 something. So the manager and them was already up there after Franz K came up there. Well, I mean before Franz K come up there. See now look, it's 12:54, right? Now check this out. 12:54. We know what the Sergeant Rose said at 1:30, right? Everybody got that in mind, right? Watch this. All you got to do is watch. Cause guess what Franz K said about the letter? Maybe an hour or two later, they were watching the cameras and they see what happened to Kenneka in the elevator. Meaning this round one something. If it was a lie, it would expose itself. But this the truth right here, gang. Cause watch this. Watch this. 12:57. Y'all can read it at the bottom of the screen what happened. I just cropped the picture so y'all can read it and watch the footage. Now look, he got bed sheets. He got bed sheets. Then he finna come out and go get pillows. Right? Pillows. Mm-hmm. They're gonna need some pillows too. Right? Now it's 1 o'clock. They already know about the noise complaint. They already know these people upstairs blowing loud, push in the hallway, drinking in the hallway, loud as fuck in the hallway. So boom, he go to front desk. Y'all know it's supposed to be a camera above that office though, right? Above that front desk. It's supposed to be a camera above that front desk. Notice you don't see it on the footage. All right, now y'all see how like Prince Cable, like he was talking to somebody walking down. Boom, he got some more sheets, right? Okay, boom. And keep this in mind. We know the police is there. We know this. And keep this in mind. This why the lower level. Look, Risco got a videotape on the phone. He responds for turning the cameras out. The girl Kenneka came outside with two of her friends, and the two friends went back inside for a short controversy. That when the guys in the hood grabbed Kenneka and pulled her inside the elevator. I'm not sure what floor they got off of, but when I went to the elevator to go on the 9th floor, I see two girls and another girl walking the halls, and I asked what was going on. They said they were looking for their friend. I guess I said it's against hotel policy, right, to be loud in the hallway. Boom! Look what time it is. Look what time it is. Exactly down there on the dot, around 1:30. Now y'all see why they had to switch it to Tucson. Because it wouldn't make sense that if Kenneka was already down here, if we go with that time stamp, look, y'all, check this out. Check this out. Right here. If you go with this 2 o'clock thing, it ain't no way that he would have missed Kenneka. You see what I'm saying? 1:30, just like what Rose said. What Rose said at 1:30. Kenneka was left by the elevator. 1:30, you got Frank Page sprinting down there. Watch this game. This the girl that was in the bathroom went live. This her statement, because it's important for y'all to read this shit. Because she got Kenneka on video. And I'm going to just leave it at that and let you think a little bit about why would the police take her statement? And then you would start catching on while YouTube trying to say this Leonora and throw everybody out. Yeah, that's Leonora. That was Daryl. You know what I'm talking about? So watch this, right? It's 2 live Facebooks. Here go Mariah. Check this out. Once you stop it, like I said, these time is gonna be an hour off. What did Mariah say in her statements? You remember when, and goddamn it, Irene said park in the parking lot? This the reason why. She also stated whoever answered the hotel door was cracking jokes with the employee. Irene opened up the door, cracking jokes with the employee. With her co-workers, right? So she continued that she and blank went to the lobby approximately at 1:30. At 1:30. And look, she remembered the time roughly because her boyfriend called her to pick him up on the west side. Right? And watch this. If they left the hotel together, she stated, yeah, they did. Blank was positive that the group left the hotel shortly before 3. Keep this in mind. Shortly before 3. Now look, when they say shortly before 3, now think about 2:30. Think about 2:30, right? And that's when Irene want to start it out around 2 time. So look, She said she saw Jenkins in the room and shit. She didn't see her drinking, smoking, or taking a pill. She said she didn't even see the girl drink, smoke, or taking a pill. But that don't mean that she didn't have, right? What she was trying to say. So check this out. If they would be into something, she'll be in the kitchen. You know what I'm talking about? When friends came around the house and shit, they don't go together. That's how they fuck all of that up, right? Cause they ain't know what to come out with the 2 o'clock theory or what. The reason why they gonna have to change the 2, cause once she got there, they had to make it look like, you know what I'm saying, she enjoyed herself. All right. Now look at this other statement. And keep this in mind. This her statement. Remember, y'all, they took statements. Everybody got 2 statements. One with the false timeline, the one with the correct timeline. Now read this shit. She said she got to the hotel around 1:40. Did the other statement say she was in the lobby round 1:30? And look what guess why she had to stop by the front desk. She got there around about 1:40 to 1:45. She stated she went up to the room and there were about 15, 20 people in there. She stated everyone was drinking and smoking weed. She stated she saw Kenneka in the room. She was not acting like her normal, usual self. Right? She said Kenneka seemed sad at times, but then would get up and start dancing and sit back down. Now this Rico baby mama, this right? The police did not let us know who did. We had a hard time trying to figure out who this girl. And when we seen on the footage, what raised concerns about who was this girl, because she looked like she was in a fucking fight. She was in a fight. They were clearly seen on the footage. So watch this. She said she stated that she observed Kenneka. Now she's smoking weed and drinking in the room at some point of the party. She stated an hour into the party when they go back to 2:30. 2:30. What she say in the fucking hour? She said, she stated that an hour into the party, someone knocked on the door and she stated it was the hotel security told them they need to turn the music down and the noise complaint. Uh-oh. Yeah, now we see how the police coerce their story. Because look how everybody's story is so coerced together. We know that's a lie now. Because watch this. Keep this in mind. She said she left the party around 2:45. Guess why she said she left the party at 2:45? Y'all remember what King Rob always say at the back door? You look at that back door, and they fighting back there, and guess what? Kenneka lost her shoes back there. Put that timeline in my chat and tell me what time it was. Then you'll know who was in the fight, goddammit. Take no goddamn rocket science to figure this shit out. Shit. The bitch was in the motherfucking lot at Tucson, holding her motherfucking hand. Sorry, y'all, I done got pissed off now, but I'm in my prime now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but check this out, though. Right? Look at the time. What Sandro said what happened at 1:30? Look what time the bitch said she was in the lobby at 1:40. Right? Look what time they showed Kenneka getting off on the elevator. Tucson. Look what time this bitch said she left around the park at Tucson. Right? She said she went and looked. You should have opinion on nothing to do with Kenneka. You know your situation mess as hell. You were with Rico. She was with Rico before you had the baby. Look, y'all see this shit? You know y'all situation mess as hell. She was with Rico before you even was thought of with him. When he was with you, you had your baby. Rico loved Kenneka more than anybody. And that bothered you. So that means Kenneka dumped his ass. And he had no choice but to go back to the bitch. And now she got a baby on the way. You see what I'm talking about? Yeah, whole lot of baby mama drama shit now in the game. All right. All right. Now watch this shit. In Tucson. Whose statement this is? Watch this, y'all. Here go another statement. Y'all should know who this is. They riding in vans and shit, parking in a parking lot. So watch this. On 9/9/17, he was driven to an unknown location. He was driven to a location by a undisclosed subject. Now y'all see why they want to tell y'all who the motherfucking driver. Who the driver? And look, you can figure it out after when this live over with. If you read this, watch that footage, go back over this live, man, you got content. You can help and break the fucking case. Cause check this out. He arrived at one time out from a party in West. In fact, everybody was drinking well before the party, the Crown Plaza during as well. He was drinking Hennessy and smoking weed. He was driven to the hotel in a tan color van. Him and the driver parked in the side lot, believed to be the Southwest parking lot of the hotel. What did the paperwork say about Kenneka laying in the freezer? What positioning in the southwest corner of the fucking freezer? Oh, I ain't the only one got all this shit memorized in my head. You did? I hope I ain't the only one with all these timestamps stuck in my head. All this shit that I done learned, all this shit done marinated. So watch this. Look how easy this shit finna break down, right? He was there. He got there one. Right about the same time, the bitch getting out. He said he knew Kenneka from the area and thought his baby mama Blank, who had friends with Jenkins, Dean and Charlotte, had one child together. Who is this guy? Who is this? All right. Dean and Charlotte had one child together. Blank went to the party to meet Blank. Interviewed by the police, right? He advised that he remembered drinking heavily. She was drinking heavily from a Hennessy bottle while at the party. All they had to do, the police had to get everybody to say she was drinking, and then she got to drinking so much, she got to drinking out the bottle. Got to get everybody to say that. Watch this. He know there was drug use at the party, including marijuana, but didn't recall any other drugs being used. He remembered Jenkins was sitting near the bed, talking with friends, and there was nothing suspicious taking place and no cause for no concern. You know what I'm talking about? There was no argument, no unwanted subject. Then goddamn it, Irene said Bree couldn't come and Monifa couldn't come to the party. Then you got Mariah there. So you mean tell me it wasn't no argument, no conflict? Watch this. And that wasn't even Kenneka texting on her phone talking about she was ready to go. That was just the move, the code to go and bring it out the room. Cause whoever worked on the police, on the security, is the police. Cause he knew what exactly was about to happen. That's why everybody was on their phone texting, so they could have some kind of evidence saying, so we can read, be like, girl, go look for her. I can't believe y'all find her. And got every motherfucker thinking like, y'all, this don't look like no search. It's something wrong, girl. You know what I'm saying? That's why Irene had to mention about the lamp. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows she had some type of head injury. Watch this, gang. I'm going to let the video play, right? I'm going to see how many people finna catch on to this shit. Because, boy, Kilo Brown gave it up.
The video showed the young lady in the lobby, and I watched her from the lobby walk to the elevator.
Boom! Won't that would be at the same time that she would be in the lobby with Mariah? So one point in time, Kenneka was behind that front desk at Tucson. While Friends K was upstairs looking for her. Holy shit. She made her way back to the back office. Went out through that side door. Watch this, game. Check this out. Watch this. We know this at Tucson. Now, we know this at Tucson. Y'all remember in the beginning they said it was at Tucson? Then they switch it up to threesome. Just like they did in the statement when it came to Mariah. Yeah, girl, what you say? Yeah, I got that roundabout. Well, I was in the lobby roundabout Tucson. That's why he said, that's why he started off from the fucking lobby.
Now, whether something, and I'm saying this because the toxicology hasn't come out yet. We know she consumed some alcohol and was a little bit impaired. But at the same time, if someone had put some in her drink, the toxicology would show. So that's very important, and we're waiting for that. But she did walk into that elevator, and she was trying to possibly get back up to the ninth floor, but she might have pushed the button, or the button was always pushed already to show lower level, and the elevator went down. Okay. So she got off the elevator. I can see where she was staggering, as they said, and she got off. She went to the stairwell casing.
So check this out, gang. If this at Tucson, where would be Mariah would be at? And who with her? Right, gang? It's already exposed. It's already exposed. So you know this girl outside somewhere. She outside some fucking world. Cause Kenneka figure make it outside. You see what I'm talking about? If Mariah saying the bitch was leaving at 2-something because the footage gonna show her in the parking lot. You see what I'm saying? So that means why security got her, she outside. Watch this.
The stairway leads back upstairs. So
she was by herself throughout this.
By herself throughout this whole complete ordeal. I watched and looked for cameras everywhere. They showed me cameras everywhere. She walked to the steps. She did a little stumble trying to get up there, but she turned around and went back the other way. Now, she was still walking kind of wobbly. She did fall into the wall, and she started opening up doors. So she opened up one door. She went in, came right back out. She wasn't in there. You can tell she was looking for doors, trying to get back upstairs to the lobby. So she went to...
This is why Andrew Holmes came up with the shit that he talking about, right? Because this is what he wants y'all to focus on right here. This is what he wants y'all to focus on. Her bumping in the staircase railing so everybody could keep watching this motherfucking video. Talking about, ooh, it's somebody with her. Oh my God, you see a hand in the foot. Oh my God, the shadow men. But the real reality is in the motherfucking parking lot where she finna head to. Cause look, you got the timeline now, 2-something. You heard the criminating statement. The bitch outside at 2-something. Look how many people was in the parking lot. 2-something. What Friends K said about the parking lot between the hours of 1 and 2? Between the hours of 1 and 2, he said it was strange for a fucking reason. Cause the fucking police said stay by the back door. Meet me at the back door, Jack. So look, watch this.
From door to door, she went in this door. She didn't stay long. She went in there and came back out. She was basically trying to find her way back to the lobby as she...
See this shit? Look, 2-something. Kenneka was last seen by her friends. Right? That's at 1:30. That's at 1:30. Because at 2:30, she seen on camera entering the kitchen. Proof again, we got him on the timestamp, Jack. You see what I'm talking about? We got him on it. Don't this make sense? Because we know Kenneka went down there at no 3-something. In the beginning, we thought, but not now. She was last seen entering the abandoned kitchen where she appeared. Since that be at 2-something, right? Since they got it at 2:32. Surveillance footage where they caught her at all times. Oh, we already know Kenneka is on her way outside. Right, gang? We know she on her way outside, right? And guess who we know out there waiting on her? Mariah. It ain't no telling. Who else with her? Cause that Bree bitch with her. The Bree bitch with her. Watch this, gang. Check this out. The staff and the agency would have checked the surveillance camera sooner. It would have saved Kenneka's life. So I ain't got no respect for now one of them. The girl could have been saved and still been living to tell it. And on the walkie-talkie. I'm glad that you brought that walkie-talkie up. So watch this, gang. Check this out. So boom. 2:30, she was last seen on surveillance footage entering where she passed several hotel personnel. And what did Monifa say at 2-something? Watch this. Me and Kenneka left out the room. And we know this round 1-something, right? Me and Kenneka left. Listen, y'all listen to me closely. Because I'm really finna fire these suckers up now. Me and Kenneka left out the room because them niggas were acting weird. I ain't saying no names, bitch. I'ma say it. When we left, they was following us, right? Let y'all know they been followed to where Kenneka going. Okay. They were following her, so I told her, let's just go back in the room because they not gonna leave us alone. By then, we on different flows. We on different flows, Jack. All right, watch this shit. Now she admitted that. Did she admit it? She was on different flows, right? And the camera said, "Oh, you last sync with her." Watch this game. Oh, what did Franz K. Letter say? On the monitor, before they were cut off, I ran to the elevator to go up to the party on the 6th floor. And a big guy in a black hoodie answered the door. I asked, is that girl wearing black inside the room? He quickly replied and said, oh, she left with some friends. Hoodie guys. She, look, he even said she left with guys with the hoodie, so she left with them niggas. See what I'm talking about? Boy, ain't this shit big and criminate, goddammit. Payow, Jack. That's what I'm talking about. Man, my motherfucking head hurt like a motherfucker over here. I'm over here yelling this shit. Cause look, she left with friends. The hoodie guys headed home. That's when I felt something was very strange. Cause nobody didn't know where she was at that moment. So I said, okay, thanks. And I went back downstairs. I know the letter by heart. I ain't even look. I ain't got to look at the letter. I can just read the motherfucker in my head. That's how many times I had to read the motherfucker just to see if it's gonna be legitimate. You see what I'm talking about? Watch this though, gang. I ain't done it yet, goddammit. Look, watch this. When Monifa walked her out, you know they talk about Bree, right? Cause you know what Bree left that one song. Why Bree left around by one song, she had to bump heads with Mariah. She had to bump heads with Mariah in the parking lot. I don't see how you would have missed them, right? Now that's some funny shit. So look, they said when Monifa walked Kenneka out, you wasn't there. So my thing is, why was she outside if you wasn't there yet? Y'all. What they just told us, gang? When Monifa walked Kenneka outside, Bree, you wasn't there. So my thing is, why was she outside if you wasn't there yet? Neither one of them was gonna drive her. They could have waited on you in the room with other people around. And we know why now. Cause Bree got the car keys. Bree got the car keys. No. I was gonna drive when I walked back through the door. They said the first thing they said, you gonna have to drive because Kenneka drunk. Oh shit! So guess what time Bree actually came back? Two-some. That's when the girl outside. Right? Do I need to go and show you when, goddamn it? Y'all know when Bree walked in the lobby? What time Bree walked in the lobby? Check this out. Monifa Shelton lied to me. I told Miss Teresa everything. Let me stop it right here. Like she told Miss Teresa everything. Stop lying, Monifa. Let me read this other shit. Me and Kenneka left out the room because them niggas were acting weird. I ain't saying no name. When we left, they were following us. So I told her to let's just go back in the room because them niggas was, cause they not gonna leave us alone. So they on a different floor. Now we thinking the 6th floor, right? We was already drunk, bro. We did not know what really was happening. They was all filling up on Kenneka a lot before Irene even went live. Fucking nigga in the red was talking how he was gonna, bet $200. He didn't bet. He paid him $200. You trying to make it like a bet? He gave you the money. By then, Kenneka, why she said he gonna fuck Kenneka by the end of the night, and this time she is really drunk. Yes, they kept giving her drinks, and they kept giving her drinks and shit, and I stood on the behalf and let her drink. And we already know that's why when she left her in that room, that's why she said she thought she was behind her. Right? That's what this shit come in about. I thought she was behind me.
For her satisfaction. And when her and that nigga split up and when she came, she thought that they were gonna do what they do and they always gonna meet back up in her.
Oh shit! The Kilo Brown on these bitches and just said what I just thought she said. Listen, gang. Watch this. Watch why Kilo Brown finna light these bitches up.
And then for her satisfaction. And when her and that nigga split up and when she came, she thought that they were gonna do what they do and they always gonna meet back up and her friends gonna walk back up in that room together. But in reality, that nigga done went and did some dirty shit. And when she came back to link back with her friend, she didn't know where that friend was or that nigga went. By that time, she done left this nigga because now she wondering where her friend went. And now this nigga done went and met his homie in the lot and they gone. Now the police done pulled up because there's so many people. By this time, there's so many because everybody's like, oh, well, what happened to the people that she was giving the the room number to? Because by that time, while they all getting their rocks off, these people.
Did she just say the police came up there? Niggas done got their rocks off. Then she said Monifa split up. You see what I'm saying? She said, when Monifa split up, Monifa thought she was gonna come back in the room and get Kenneka and take her back down to room 926. Right? He doesn't matter. They wasn't finna go. I'm finna tell y'all how this shit went. When Monifa took her out the room, Monifa knew where they were taking her. Right? So she dropped her off and split up, and she split up and went with another nigga. So when she got through with that nigga, she went back to the room, and the nigga told her, the nigga ain't near her. She was like, well, what the hell? So check this out. When Kenneka went in that fucking room, that's when they panicked and went back to their room and say, give me Kenneka's phone and her keys. What y'all finna go? Girl, I can't find Kenneka. What you mean you can't find Kenneka? See what I'm talking about? Now you got Irene trying to give us an impression that they thought they were leaving. Irene knew where she was going. Everybody knew where the girl was going. Monifa fucked up, left that girl in that room with all those niggas, and she found out that Kenneka wasn't in there. She ran back down. Check this out, to the room, and told Irene them. And guess who they bumped into? Franz K and told them, y'all need to get out the hallway. I see why he told them bitches to get back in the room. You can't fool me talking about you looking for your friend. Because when he bumped into them on the 9th floor, he bumped into 3 girls. right? And what doors they was knocking on the 9th floor. So if they were knocking on doors on the 9th floor, I bet you they were knocking on room 930. The nigga from New York, right? Yeah, they panicked. Now you need her keys and her phone. But Bree got the key, now you got her phone. So what the bitch was doing, walking around, trying to find the girl where she was at. Hold on, man. Where my other stuff at? Oh, man. Damn, what the rest of my goddamn video? Y'all see oh, man, what's going on? I supposed to have footage on this shit. But all right, check this out, gang. So look, watch this. Let me cut this on. Right? What my look, y'all. I looked at the whole alcohol report. Look, I know how much Kenneka weighed. Kenneka weighed about 160. Between 160 and 140. How much alcohol she had in her system? 0.112, 0.112. She either had 3 to 4 drinks. You see what I'm saying? Look at the chart. And you can still drive. And you can still drive. Cause look, as it goes down, if you had 6 drinks, 7 drinks, 8 drinks, cause look, if you had 1 cup, that'd be 3.2. 2 cups, 0.6. 3 cups, 0.9. 3 to 4 cups. So when Tanasia was said 2 cups, that could have been her 2nd cup. It could have been just pure alcohol. You see what I'm reading the chart. I'm telling y'all how many drinks that girl had. At least 3 to 4 drinks. I'm going to tell you how somebody calculated those drinks. Because they knew how many drinks she had at the party. So yeah, they had to go along with this. You know what I'm talking about? She can still drive. That's a tipsy level. Even Dr. Oz man, the alcohol level, they said she had narcissism. They don't have you like that. That's more like a tipsy level. That's like daiquiri and shit. You know, that's just like you drinking on a bottle of cooler. You know what I'm talking about? And check this out. I drink. I looked at this chart. I'm finna go buy me a blow machine, goddamn. Cause I want to know I already know my limit, but I want to see what's the limit on when it comes to with the reader. So look, she had about 3 to 4 drinks, and she was drinking out the bar, right? It would be impossible for her to get drunk if you passing around through the whole crowd. Come on, man. You see what I'm saying? This shit got me so mad because they got away with this dumbass lie. So check this out. Check this out, gang. To prove my point, when that girl made it up there 12 something, the damage was already done. Her was already fucked up when she came out the room. When you look at Kenneka her, even when she getting off on the elevator, it's already fucked up. It's already fuzzy. Like, you know what I'm saying? She been laying on her fucking head. Look, check this out. Fuck with females that be wearing them long hair like that. Then once just that if you go to the crib or something, or take them out, or just that if you finna have sex with them, you know that hair ain't finna be like flat and Gucci straight. If you got a pent on her back, you know what I'm talking about. It ain't gonna be like how when she first got there, she might get up and you know, cow lick that shit to the back. You know what I'm saying? So when that girl got up there at 12 something, look, gang, that girl got up there at 12 something. They got her in the room. They couldn't show that footage in the lobby. So they got her in that room, hold her against her will. She couldn't do nothing but just go along with the flow. She couldn't argue with nobody. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't even make no sense to even fight back when you outnumbered. You just can't do nothing but just sit there and hoping that door open and you can make a break for it. You see what I'm saying? Cause in TY Live, right? Kenneka was at the door. By that door. Trying to get out that motherfucker. I know she was. I know I ain't no family member, but goddamn it, I can say this here, man. If her family member watched that shit, man, I'm quite sure, because her mama already said she was already agitated. You know, we can hear it in the girl voice. Boy, y'all blowing me shit. And you heard this bitch in the background talking about, that's Shamaya. What you trying to say, I'm not nice? All that old dumbass shit. For a bitch that ain't invited. You know what I'm talking about? So they got that girl in that room. That's why Irene went live with them shades on. Cause she already knew somebody finna take Kenneka out, man. And she see Monifa down with it. She see everybody in the room down with this shit. Even she down with this shit. But I feel like in my heart, it was too late for Irene to change her fucking mind about everything. You just can't agree with some, and then once you find out how the way this shit finna go down, you just can't just say, oh no, man, I ain't down with this shit. No, it don't work like that. No, this shit don't work like that, Jack. She did what a snitcher do. Tell it. Slick going live. At a time when she finna come out the room missing, and when you go back to Zach TV, he wasn't talking about TY Live video. He only talked about her life and asked her what was the most important question. What made Kenneka get up and leave out that room? Watch this. She said she was ready to go. How she said she was ready to go if she was on the bed next to you sleep, bitch? She didn't tell you that. So you already answered that with a lie. You know what I'm talking about? What made Kenneka said she was finna go? Then when Monifa came and picked her up. That's how you gonna let Monifa talk about they ready to go? You know Kenneka to drive. Look how this shit sounding dumb now. We know you can't drive. You know Shamaya can't drive. Everybody know who got the fucking keys. So you can miss that shit talking about they were ready to go. Now, that bitch took her out that room and took her with them niggas and left her there unattended with the boys while she go out and do her fucking thing and go back to the room and she ain't in there. So she went back down to Irene and talking about, man, give me her key, give me her phone. Call Bree for the keys. Talking about she got her kicked on the leg and all this old shit. I couldn't even make that shit fit together. Like, why would they kick you on the foot, bitch? If you was on another bed, goddamn, you would have look. The bed is right across the foot. How can you not see her pick her up off the bed so they can miss me with that shit? Somebody, yeah. Now what they did is drug that girl unconscious and laid that girl on the floor, man, like she was a rug. They laid her on the floor. She wasn't even sitting on no ground. That girl was laid on the floor, and no boys came and scooped her up off the floor. And Monifa followed them. That's how she knew that's how she knew about this room on the 6th fucking floor. Then she went in that room with all those niggas, man. Big ugly ass niggas. You see what I'm talking about? So look, sis, check this out. Watch this. Now they got to get her out the room at 2 something on the 6th floor. Right? So check this out. Now, Kenneka got to be seen on the camera now. Because she finna go walk to the kitchen. She finna go basically walk to her death trap. Mariah already outside. Bree somewhere around on the premises. The girl go downstairs. Walk to the kitchen area. Cause check this out. Watch this. Greg Hughes put the shit together, right? Greg Hughes put it together, right? Cause he checked the security guard. Right here. So check this out, gang. All you got to do is pay attention to the time. It's 1:37. You see that? 1:37, right? He go back to the front desk. Watch this, gang. So look where he finna go to. Downstairs, right? All right, watch this. Boom, he go downstairs. Cause guess what? Cause he got the it's a truck driver just came in. So he had to go and holler at the truck driver. Right? And then you see the goddamn elevator? The truck driver gonna have to get on that elevator if he coming from the dock area, right? Especially down on the lower left. That's the car garage. So boom, check this out. He come out the kitchen, grab him something to drink. He got a cup. Go up the stairs. Now watch this, gang. That's when he said he had to go back to the front desk and gather his thoughts, right? But what happened? So boom! This at 2:13, right? Watch this game. This at 2:13. Watch when he come back. Watch when he come back. And look who in the lobby. Look who in the lobby. And boom. Y'all see the lady came in with her son, right? She just came from the parking lot. All right, watch this game. He came back instantly. Watch this. But he finna leave right back out again, though. He finna leave right back out again. $2.17. Appreciate the cash out too, gang. Appreciate that, y'all. Trey Gang love y'all, man. Y'all be cool, y'all. Know what I'm talking about? So, boom, watch this. Now we know Kenneka getting off on the elevator at Tucson. So, boom. Soon she got off on the elevator at Tucson, they sent French Cave up to the sea floor. Uh-oh. Look, watch this, y'all. Because we know Kenneka just got off the elevator when they got off. Watch this. And look when he finna come back, gang. Boom. Whoa. He was gone for 30 minutes. Now it's 3 o'clock. Now it's 3. So now we got to go back to what you call said game. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. Listen to what Kilo Brown said again. Dog, where my shit at? Watch this, y'all. Y'all remember this? What time she said she was leaving? I asked if they all left. She said they did. Blank was positive that the group left the hotel shortly before 3. Ain't that what they said, gang? Payao 3. You see that? Cause this ain't 4 o'clock. Remember you got Kenneka. We lifted her soul, right? We know Mariah outside, right? Yeah, there you go, Emily Pope. Around about 2:45 and 3. Payao. That's what I'm talking about, gang. You got red hoodie. You got black hoodie. But hold on. But you need to do an all red. Right? Hold on, watch this. Guess who finna show up? You got Frank. Boom! That's why she pointed at him. Fucked everything up. Look. Three girls. There go your three. And remember what the witness told Mr. Reese? Yeah, they did see Kenneka and her friends and the group of guys. They all walking with him on the footage. And threesome. Cause look at her other statement. Watch her other statement, gang. Oh, it's the next one. Look what this say. Pie y'all. Dead giveaway. Y'all see that? She said she stated she got at the hotel around 1:40 to 1:45 and stated that when she went into the room, it was about 15, 20 motherfuckers in there. You know what I'm talking about? Kenneka was in the room and she wasn't even acting like herself and shit. It said she'd get up and dance in times and all this old shit. But the bitch said when she left the party around 2:45, 3 motherfucking clock. 3 o'clock. Jack. And watch this. Watch this. Watch this, gang. I got to show it to you. I told y'all the timeline was gonna reveal itself. I told y'all the way I put this video together, you cannot deny it. You can't even trick me no more. You can't do nothing but tell the truth now. You gotta tell everybody the truth. Them hoes got to speak up now. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, the little whores got to speak up. You know what I'm talking about? Hold on, y'all. Right up in here. This is what we gonna need. We gonna need that Southwest Hall. I see. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back up. Cause I don't think I say that, John. Oh, right here, gang. Watch this. Let's look at the timeline. We got the time, right? Golly.
Life. This is not gonna be.
Man, I swear, man, this shit here crazy, man. I just had the motherfucker, man. Damn. Right here, gang. Now I'm finna go clean to the timeline. And I'm glad they got this timeline, cause guess what I'm finna go to? Right around the time the bitch said she would leave. This 1:45. Hold on, this 1:45 and shit. Right? Hold on. I gotta skip to my part. Now we see them coming in. Right? Alright. We just concerned about 2:45 to 3 o'clock. 2:45 to 3 o'clock. It's a whole lot of movement out there in the parking lot, ain't it, gang? Alright. Got more motherfuckers coming in, right? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Y'all see where she was finna head? Like she was finna head toward that way, didn't it? Look. She was finna take her like, no, bitch, you come this way. All right. Let's keep that timeline in mind. Since we got the right, since we on the right motherfucking timeline. And I'm finna prove to you. It's 2:10. Uh-oh. Everybody's saying that was Kilo Brown. Right? Uh-oh. Down there, I don't know, y'all. Y'all, it's so goddamn blurry. Right? All right. Who y'all? He know to hold his head down. And y'all know Zillionaire supposed to be calling himself a pimp. Right? Y'all know he supposed to be calling himself a pimp. And he would be around this type of shit. And the way he be talking about female, I wouldn't be surprised. That nigga there with this shit, man. Hold on, watch this, y'all. Check this out. Y'all see, when France K said, I don't know what was going on in the parking lot, but shit was going down in the parking lot, right? Look at all these niggas just walked in. So they came, look, so soon when Kenneka came out that room, that's when all those niggas came. Look at it. Soon they got her out the room, that's when a whole lot of those niggas came. That is Delia now. That is him. You see how he slacked up on talking bad about Miss Teresa? Look, you see he ain't said nothing bad lately about Miss Teresa in a while. He changed that whole tune, didn't it? Mm-hmm. He changed that whole tune, didn't it? But first he was talking about, yeah, Miss Teresa with her stinking ass, talking about do a split on the dick type shit. He was shooting off on Miss Teresa. He ain't doing that shit no more, is it? Yeah, because he got some act right when she said she was going to get justice. So watch this, y'all. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We know they going to come back with none of this shit. They going back to the back dock. Right? We need to get to 245, Jack. 245. That's easy. What you just said. What made them say they were filming the movie? See, that's what I tell the motherfucker. I be like, look, this area here blocked out, man. They trying to do a little filming right quick. So, man, can you hold tight? Go back to the room. We'll let y'all know when they, you know what I'm saying, filming. So you'll be looking like, oh, what else you would tell them? You know what I'm talking about? That's just some, cause look, that's just some, if whoever told them that, it ain't no telling how many time Bill Murray done been in this Crown Plaza with his little camera crew for his restaurants and shit. Yeah, they do some filming in that motherfucker, Jack. You know what I'm talking about? So look, watch this. Then Bill Murray there too. So shit, they would definitely sell the lie. Be like, oh yeah, that's right, Bill Murray up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? So look, 225, 226, 227. Man, we got 10 more minutes to go, gang. 15 more minutes to go. Yeah, I hate Zillionaire. I hate Zillionaire too. I don't like him. He tried to come for me and shit. I'm like, man, look, nigga, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. You know what I'm talking about? He don't want these problems. Watch this, y'all. 245. So that means Mariah will be out. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh. Look what happened at 245. He coming in. And remember, watch this game. He done came in. Mariah outside. Oh, we done reached our mark, gang. And I always told you, I was like, y'all keep an eye on that back door. Cause I be seeing people move. They be on their phone. They be doing a whole lot of shit back here. So boom. So that means Kenneka is in this area. Mariah is in this area. And Bree Bree just came through the lobby. So 5 minutes later, uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. Now we understand what was the fight. There go your fight, Jack. At one time, uh-oh. And that's why King Rob troll like a motherfucker. Y'all see that right there? Yeah, that's when she lost her shoes. That's when she lost her shoes and her socks. Yeah, that's how she got dirty. Nobody don't want to take that one. She got a dirty flower bed right there. You see what I'm talking about? Boom. And watch this. All right. See how he looking at the back door? Then you got the headlights going off. Oh shit! Look at that! Ain't even no headlight. Them people phone. Hold on, what that? That's it. Damn! What the fuck? So boom. Right? So Bree split up from the niggas, right? Y'all see this. I gotta take y'all back to this. Look, at 3. So watch this. They were finna go to the kids. That's why they went that way. And said, no, let's go the other way. 3:34. She's still in the pool area because that's where Fran's Cave going. So look, check this out, right? When you go to the photos of where Mariah would be at, watch this. Uh-oh! 2:53. Pow! 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 I ain't gotta say no more. This speak a lot of volumes, Jack. Look what time this say. 2:53. 2:53. Yeah. Now tell me who she'll be fighting then. Tell me who she'll be fighting then. Pow! Now y'all can look at this shit and see what the fuck going on. So Mariah, oh man. That's why they going back there. Cause that's where the fight was at. And that's when they finna go in that pool and violate that girl, man. That's when they finna go to that pool and violate that girl, man. Cause we finna go back to Fran's Cave level. Right? We finna go back to Fran's Cave level, Jack. And read this shit. Hold on, read this shit. What this motherfucker finna say? Hold on, gang. Watch this. Check this out. What this letter say? I'm finna read it to y'all. This is where things got crazy because I get a radio call from Lenny to come to the pool quick as possible. I couldn't believe my eyes as I walked in. The girl from upstairs room 926 was laying unconscious beside the pool. Oh, she was laying beside the pool after being pulled out by the staff. Uh-oh. 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 Her lip inside her mouth were bleeding. Her head was bleeding in the top of her hair. And her clothes was gone. I really felt like someone violated her or multiple people did. Why would he say multiple people? Look, here go your multiple people right here. There they go. There they go, Jim. That's where they went. That's where they went to the pool. That's why Kenneka said we lifted her soul. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 motherfuckers right here. It ain't no telling who already else in the pool. Ain't no telling who already else in the fucking pool. Look, he said, watch this game. I saw socks and coins on one side of the pool, and the chairs had been moved out of place, maybe if she was on it or bent over on the table. Lenny, Risco, and Juan, another security guard, were standing around her before Lenny. And another manager, notice he didn't say Risco, he said Lenny and another manager went upstairs to the room to get her friends. Guess who that would be? Right? Boom. Now they all of a sudden, look, boom. What time that would be? 3:30? 3:30? And that's why they came up with the timeline, be like, just show her walking in the freezer at 3:25. So this when they made the plan to get the girl out the pool to get her in that motherfucking freezer. Hey y'all! Hey y'all, Jack! That's why the news said she was missing for an hour. She was just trying to find her way. Now, Kenneka was somewhere getting beat up and assaulted for an hour. Appreciate that, Muhammad. Know what I'm talking about? I appreciate that, Muhammad. Appreciate that, Deborah, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Boom! At 3:30. That's why you got this girl, T.Y. Nim, coming out now. But they finna make Monifa actually move the body. Cause remember, I told y'all this door right here on the lower level that lead to the pool. How about if they came out through that door and carried Kenneka down that ramp into the elevators, service elevators, and went that way to the kitchen? But the footage showed them coming up the ramp. So now they did was just you reverse the video. That's why Shamaya, look, you see how Shamaya her right here at 4 o'clock? Y'all see that motherfucker had changed, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, y'all see what I'm talking about. they was carrying her down the ramp. Not up it, it was down the ramp. That's why, cause check this out. If you got footage of them dragging her down the ramp, all they got to do is whatever they took her at, walk back up the ramp. Cause now you got the face and the backside. So now when you walk, so when damn, god damn it, how can I say it? You got them came down here with their back turned. You're gonna have to show them coming out this area. So you're gonna need their faces up here. So when they get up on this ramp, that's where all the tools, the editing tools gonna come in there. You're gonna see Shamaya walking up the ramp. Then for a brief little second, it look like she walking backwards. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how they did reverse the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Cause that's what I did. I took that scene and I reversed the footage. And I tried to upload. I told y'all when I tried to upload this little documentary that I was doing, the junk, goddamn it, then save all my videos. And I had to really start from scratch, you know what I'm talking about? But like I said, gang, we got her. I was right about the timeline the whole time. I done been through bumps, goddamn it, fire, you know. I done been through it all, Jet, trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to break through this shit. I got tired of people looking at shadow me and something that really ain't girl. I got tired of these wild theories and shit. I said, man, I got to get off my ass. And you know what I'm talking about? And try to get these people the truth, man. Show everybody that, man, this nigga right here hard working when they come to this shit. They just showing you how hard go in for this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Now, I don't admit that I had some things wrong because y'all got to put yourself in my shoes. I get a lot of email, I got a lot of ops, and I got a lot of J from K gang down with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be some kind of misleading information and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why I prefer to just do this shit by my goddamn self. I'm going to just sit my ass down, do the reading for myself and stop letting the motherfucker do it for me. Cause every time I do that, shit, I end up losing. You know what I'm talking about? I be like, man, look, man, I done got off track. You know what I'm saying? Now my mind thinking of something. But keep this in mind. We got to find out who Balls is. Right? Got to find out who Balls is. What you say? What does ops mean? The ops mean they are enemies. Them your enemies. You know what I'm saying? Instead of them calling them enemies, they just call them ops. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, because they on the opposite side. You did. Dog, what you mean? Well, you don't know what that mean? You don't know what op mean? You better be old, goddamn. Cause you can't be young saying this shit unless you from goddamn it, somewhere in the burbs or something, you know what I'm talking about? So shit, check this out, right, gang? Now I'm finna go to what you call and then look, the timeline finna give it away. I mean and then when you look at the map, you got the trash dock right here. That's why they don't finna go down this long hallway to just, you know what I'm saying, take the shortcut. This would be the shortcut right here. If you go this way, if you already heading this way, it wouldn't make no sense for you to just walk back here, go all here through all these little turns and shit, and you just go clean to right here, straight to the back door. Know what I'm talking about? Bree nigga got to come clean. Monifa got to say something. You know what I'm talking about? All them funk ass hoes up there, they gonna have to talk, say something. Ain't no screaming no motherfucking J4K and the shit that we just found out. The shit, the type of shit that we on, you bitches off. No wonder why y'all quiet. No wonder why y'all don't say nothing about the girl. You were ready to type it. But you can't open up your mouth and say what manager that were coming to that door. Irene, what manager that came to that door? Monique, who the security guard kept coming up to the room? They know who the fuck it was. They know them the question that I want to ask. Fuck everything else. How many security guards? What they look like? Tall. How many? How many managers that worked that night? How many motherfuckers you see with a uniform on? They ain't gonna answer the old question. Because they were paid not to tell it. They were paid not to tell it, but they'll point the fingers at each other. Ain't that some dumbass shit game? That shit dumb as hell. You ready to argue with Monifa, and these folks really got your ass. Bitch, you can't be talking about no motherfucking nobody. And check this out. It's no doubt in my mind that I got this motherfucking time right. Because everything done messed up to the T. And I'm glad my narrative didn't ever change. My narrative ain't never changed. You know what I'm talking about? It always was the same about the timestamp, about the pool. Everything was still accurate. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? All I was just trying to do, I was just trying to make every minute count. I didn't believe in skipping over 5 minutes like the footage did. You know what I'm saying? You know how like the footage skip about 5 minutes, then it skip about 30 minutes. Now I'm making up for those 30 minutes. Yeah, I'm finna pause this motherfucking camera and goddamn be like, okay, the fuck going on in 30 minutes in this area? I know they gotta be down here, so what would they be doing? You see what I'm talking about? Yeah. That's all I want. I want justice for this girl. This the only way I know how to do it. Is jump on this motherfucker online and hit these bitches with that timeline, Jack. Oh, they don't like this country nigga. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, they don't like that shit. No, they don't like that at all. Like, man, we gotta get that nigga out of here. Straight drop. Can you make another video? No, I can't either. Oh, god damn it. It's over with. I got so much paperwork already stored up. Cause when you go back to Irene Live, right? Go to Irene text message. Watch how this shit finna play out. If she don't got no problem, I don't got no problem. So when there be text, 3, 2, 1. So they'll be like at 11:50 going on 12. So they'll be going on 12 o'clock, right? When Kenneka on her way. Oh, she didn't though. She thought you was on yours. Talking about Bree. So they skipped this from all the way to what is it? 3, 2, 1, 12, 11, 10. This would be on the night. That's when they were talking about it. We need the AMs, goddammit. That's when they were talking about what happened later on that night. But here go one. What time is it gonna be? 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on. 4, 3, 2, 1. I never left the room. You know that personally. You need to stop lying. Like I said, you hoes. Notice it got an S on the end. You hoes. Not a hoe, but you whores. Keep switching the story up. You know what I'm talking about? Not a hoe, but the whores. Keep switching the story up. I honestly don't remember her leaving with the people she came out with. They came back in the room with her. Came back in the room without her. I know I wish I could have had did some. I should have had just went looking for her. When they said it, really, wish I would have just stuck by my girl's side. I let her all the way down. You know what I'm talking about, gang? I love y'all too, gang. I love y'all too. So, boom. I don't know what happened. I just know she didn't enter the room without them. Right? Y'all know why Irene said that. Because that was on Monifa right there. You should have been looking out for Kenneka. If you would have stayed in the room with Kenneka, she'd still been alive. And that's why the fingers got pointed at Monifa. Simple. And that's why when Monifa came and was like, man, I'm going to need Kenneka phone. That's why Monifa and them didn't want Bree to call the mama. Because she knew she fucked up and she didn't have a clear story to tell that girl mama. What she was going to tell her? About to set it up? Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Teresa. We had backdoor Kenneka, but, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't supposed to go like this. Yeah, there you go, Donovan Bullock. Man, this is what I like, man, when everybody on this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, so when they couldn't find when they found out Kenneka wasn't in that room, cause keep this in mind, that's why Irene said I last seen the girl at Tucson. So now I'm thinking, Irene, you might have seen her at Tucson. Cause on the camera gonna show Monifa with the last one with her on the 9th floor. But you said you last seen her at Tucson. Got you, bitch. Got you, bitch. And you would see her, cause that when she walking the hall. That when everybody out the room. When you go back and look at all everybody that's out walking. That's why she's honestly, I don't know. They left her all out. Notice how she keeps saying this shit. I don't know. I don't know. All I just know, Monifa did come back in the room with her. You know what I'm talking about? If you say that so many times, you'll get to scratching your head and be like, damn, Irene, what they do? Now you gonna be thinking like, shit, Irene, damn, man, I wish you would have just kept up with you. And the whole time, this bitch helped everybody. She helped everybody. She knew what was up with the camera. Oh, shit. She had to come back up there. See, is anybody gonna mention her name? That's why she came back up there with the family. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, straight like that, Jack. Payow, payow. Hold on, y'all. I got some special powers coming on. Goddamn, I got special powers. Oh shit! I think something to take control of my body. Somebody trying to come through me and deliver a message. Oh shit, man, my motherfucking head hurt like a motherfucker. You know that y'all got me over here hollering. Man, y'all got my head hurt. I'm over here hollering like a motherfucker. I'm looking out the window. I'm seeing motherfuckers walk down the street looking right in the window. Like, what the fuck going on in there? You know what I'm talking about? Look, I even had the neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like, Trey Gang. No. I'm like, what's up, man? He said, man, I can hear your ass all the way across the street. I said, for real? He like, nigga, I heard everything. He said, man, the way you was shooting out, goddamn, I had to go look this shit up myself. You know what I'm talking about? He said, man, when I heard you talk about all this shit, he was like, wait a minute, this shit sound like a murder and a setup. And he was like, he had to look into this shit, you know what I'm talking about? But yeah, y'all, I just be, you know what I'm talking about, because I know what I be talking about sometimes. And you know what I'm saying? Just like, only thing I probably got wrong on the footage was probably like, you know what I'm talking about? What I had wrong on that junk, y'all? Certain people on the footage. I had wrong with certain people on the footage. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah, I had certain people on the footage wrong, but I correct that though. You know what I'm talking about? I know them YouTubers like, woo, I hope Trey Gang cleared that up and said that wasn't me on the foot because I got motherfuckers thinking I was there. You know what I'm talking about? Bitch, you was there. Chloe, you know what I'm talking about? Zeal. He used to talk about me bad in the mother. I ain't never said nothing about that man. He must think he's scaring everybody because he got a bald head and he fat. Cause I hope he don't think he muscular. And y'all know what? I just thought about it. If Irene security, straight drop security, and Zillionaire like to play security in Hollywood. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh shit! I ain't never looked at it like that. That nigga wanted to be security. And then I want to know who he connected to Hollywood. Bill Murray? You know what I'm talking about? Oh shit, gang. Oh yeah, I got to look. He can't be no security guard no more now. Since he got those bogus booty charges, you know what I'm talking about? He can't be security now, y'all. He got those bogus booty charges now, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. If I ever see them niggas, I'm gonna make them niggas pull out they pepper spray. Cause they ain't no armed security. You gotta give them niggas a whistle and a pepper spray. You know what I'm talking about? And a life alert in case they get their ass whooped. They got to hit that button in case a nigga break their jaws. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Them niggas ain't got no gun, not on duty. I'ma make a nigga shake that goddamn can. Been pepper sprayed about 100 times. And shit. I know what it's like. I'm used to this shit. Pepper spray me now. You pepper spray me, you gonna look at that can and be like, damn, is it any pepper in this motherfucker? This nigga eating this shit like it's breath mints. You see what I'm talking about? That shit taste like hot pepper mints to me, you know what I'm talking about? All these niggas wanna be security guard with these big ass cans of pepper spray. I can see him now at the house holding the pepper spray like it's a Uzi. Cause you know you got to practice this shit. You ain't heard what goddamn it Charles the White said? How the police taught him how to use the goddamn pepper, the goddamn pepper spray. You got to come across the nigga eyes. Then when you come back, that's when you hit that nigga in the throat. You see what I'm talking about? You gotta double tap a nigga with that motherfucker. Oh shit, I'm finna get me some. You know what I'm talking about? That's gonna be my new thing. I don't even wanna fight no niggas no more. I just wanna pepper spray me a nigga. I just wanna see a nigga with his hands in front of his motherfucker. Look, you know how like when you walking in the dog and shit, you know, trying to feel the wall where the door at, cause you lazy cutting the lights on that night. Yeah. Yeah, I wanna see a nigga do that. When I get through pepper spraying the motherfucker, shit. Yeah, cause when he get to running, ain't no telling what he gonna be running into. Then that's when I'm act like another motherfucker. Come over here, brother. We got you, brother. I'ma save you. You know, he gonna come to the sound of my voice. And that's when I'ma jaw check his ass. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, 3-piece his ass. You know what I'm talking about? Let him feel them little thumps. Y'all know what they sound like, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? He get 3 of these real quick. Or he get one big one. You know what I'm talking about? This shit like Baskin Robbins with me. What you want? 1 lump or 2 lumps, goddammit. Hell, you talking about? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I'm finna pull a charge and white on these niggas. You know what I'm talking about? And I'm getting the bird spray. I'm gonna be looking for trouble. I'm gonna be walking around this motherfucker looking for trouble. With that boy on the hill. I'm just coming out. I'm like, excuse me, man, you know anybody got some kush? I got it, sir. What you trying to get? I'm just trying to get a little grammar. Then I'm smell. I'm like, oh man, your shit smell like booty, man. You know, I don't want this shit. Yeah, I'm finna start disrespecting that old big ass bag of Huckabee weed and shit. Nigga, this ain't no goddamn loud kush. What the fuck is this? You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna make his ass fight. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I'm gonna tell you something. I could up that can before he up that gun. Cause I'm already had that pepper spray in my hand. He gonna think he gonna be some breath spray. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all know how like when niggas go on a day, you gotta keep you a bottle of that spray mint. He gonna think he's one of them. You know what I'm talking about? Cause I'm gonna pay somebody to be like, yeah, put a breath mint label on this motherfucker, so a motherfucker think this a breath mint. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm gonna just come out the store. I'm gonna be yawning. She be like, damn, my breath funky. The mother me up. You know what I'm saying? Spray my cap right quick. Hey, bro, you got some weed? Yeah, I got some weed. You know what I'm talking about? Soon he go in that pocket, I'm gonna pepper spray his ass. Rob the shit out of him. That give me enough time to run back to the car. You know what I'm talking about? Cause he ain't gonna be able to see shit. What he gonna do? Shit. I think his vision gonna be blurry than a motherfucker, like all these YouTube be blurry Kenneka Jenkins footage. You know what I'm talking about? Look, check this out. You know what I'm saying? That boy vision gonna be blurred the motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to get a statement to the police. He be like, what happened? I don't know, goddamn. He hit me in the main with the eye. I mean, oh no, I just seen a bunch of shadows. All I just seen when I looked down, that nigga got big feet, goddamn it. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't fighting no more. I'm going straight to the weed house. Who is it? I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? This T. T who? Come on, man, open the door. You know what I'm talking about? Come in that motherfucker, give me a gram right quick. You know how them dope boys try to show out and shit. They got to pull out a scale, go and find a baggie, you know, all this old extra shit. Man, you taking too long. You know what I'm talking about? Let me shake this motherfucking can up, because I know what to do next time. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Then I ain't got to worry about, look, and then I ain't got to worry about if the police want to jump on the scene, go in the house, because you're going to have to air the house out and try to find all kind of fingerprints and shit. One time I did a robbery, goddamn it, that shit was on the news. And they had a female witness, and they were like, did you see the crime? They were like, yeah, I seen the dude and everything. They were like, what he have on? He had on a goddamn it Chucky mask on with some big ass feet. Yeah, and he had a shirt on, and the shirt had Payal Gang on the back of that motherfucker. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't wore that motherfucker since. I had to burn that up. But yeah, gang. That's what I'm gonna do, y'all. Y'all want me to open up the panel? All right. Check this out. I'm gonna end this live, right? And I'm gonna open up the panel so we all can just chill and have a little discussion, whatever y'all want to talk about. Because I'm quite sure y'all got a lot of shit to talk about after this live, you know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Bye, y'all. Yeah, man, look, y'all. Trey ain't finna end the live and come right back to you. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate the love and the support, y'all. Appreciate the Cash App gang. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, y'all, and appreciate everybody that thumbed the video up, too. You know what I'm talking about? Trey ain't love y'all, man. Trey ain't gonna be back. I'll be back.